see if this is on. How can we tell if it's
See
working?
where mine says start broadcasting?
Yeah, but is it definitely on YouTube?
Yeah. Well, mine took me from YouTube to this, so it should save it to YouTube.
Kind of want to double check. Just to
If it doesn't save it to YouTube, it'll save it to Google Hangouts, and then we'll just have to
Okay.
take the video from there.
So how do we know it's on?
Oh, oops. Sorry. Let's see, we're gonna put see, yours is different than mine. Yours is showing you. See their website. And weird light. Oh my God, look how bright it is. What in the world? I don't know why.
Google Hangouts on here, or Zoom Hangout on here.
Why is mine so bright? Is that not weird? I don't know how to change it.
I don't know.
Look, I blend into the wall behind me. I can't fix it. I'm just going to be really bright on mine.
Is there? Okay, so this is saving, right? We're
Yeah.
good?
Oh, you're broadcasting now.
Okay, good.
Yes, so I'll go ahead and start.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay. Just getting it set up.
Okay. We have
Mine
a good
going?
angle?
All right, we're good.
We're good.
Mine is bright.
There we go. Okay. Would you like to start?
Sure. So my name's Amber, and I've been a Beachbody coach for 7 months, right at 7 months. I'm an enrolled coach, and Allison's my coach.
Yeah. So my name's Allison. I've been a Beachbody coach for 2.5 years. I became a coach right after I had my second child, and I actually just had my third child. He is 2.5 months old already. He's growing really fast. And we're just here to talk to you today and with each other a little bit about coaching.
Yeah, what we do and why we like it, and how we got into it, I guess.
Exactly.
You want to start with your story?
All right, so I started coaching 2.5 years ago. My second son was 4 months old, and I was completely out of shape. I had just decided to start staying home, and I didn't really know exactly what I was going to do with it. It was like a huge leap of faith. I was kind of scared to death. I'm just super nervous, and I just decided this is what I wanted to do. I've always struggled with my weight and I always wanted to find a way to be healthy. So I'd actually gone to college for a degree in nutrition just because it was something that like I'd always known that I would want to do. Yeah. And it was always important to me to stay healthy, even though it wasn't like my body's natural way of being, I guess. So even though I had that degree, I was still really struggling. I hadn't quite figured out how to make this work for like my life. It was really hard for me to figure out how to eat healthy with 2 kids. My second baby was a really hard baby. Like, he didn't sleep through the night. Actually, his baby brother sleeps through the night just as well as he does. And that's just kind of our reality. And I was in this new zone of, I have no time for me whatsoever. This kid cries all the time and doesn't sleep. And I don't sleep and I don't eat good. I was eating like banana bread because they kept buying bananas and they kept going bad, and I kept making it, and I was like,
whatever you could make work.
What I could pick up and eat, and it didn't hurt him if I dropped it on his head while he ate. Like, that's just kind of how it was working for me. So my coach Jen, she's actually, I'm now working with Jillian, but my coach Jen invited me to try this Beachbody thing, and Jen always makes really good life decisions. So I knew like Jen was bringing me something that was the real deal. And I looked into it and was like, okay, everything she's talking about is real. Like, the workouts are, yeah, she's someone I trusted. And the workouts were like straight up science. This is a real workout. There were no gimmicks. The shake was made from like real food. There's no like crap in it that I didn't want inside of my body.
Keep going.
And we have kids in the room.
Yeah. Mom life.
And so shakes, workouts. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So I just thought, oh, I'll take a jump and see if this works for me. And when I started doing Beachbody, I actually lost 35 pounds in the first few months I was doing it, and won the Beachbody challenge. That was really exciting.
Even more amazing. That was kind of what got me like, hey, like,
really?
Yeah, that was my first like, what's she doing?
It was pretty cool. My picture was like on the page of Beachbody for a week, and I won $500.
That's big.
It was totally intimidating. It was like, oh my gosh, every time I go to do my work, my picture's staring at me.
I know, it cracks me up still when I go on there and I'm like, there's Allison. I'm like, it's so funny.
Or like, but it's pretty cool. I was really excited about that. That was the first time I was like, well, maybe I'm the real deal at this too. Like, I can do this. So for me, coaching has been a really awesome journey. I now have a team of 12 women that I work with and stay in contact with pretty much all day, every day for some of them, or not as often, depending on how often they want, really. But it's pretty fantastic. I love it. What has coaching meant for you?
Well, it's funny because like that's kind of how I got into it. It was your story. So I remember when I first did Beachbody like 7 years ago after I had my second child. And I didn't know it was Beachbody. I did P90X because Greg brought it home and was like, let's try this program out. And we had no idea it was Beachbody. We didn't know what Beachbody was. In fact, we thought it was like Tony Horton was like Beachbody. Like we were like, that's all we knew. And we did that. We got amazing results. Both of us did. But because we didn't have a coach, we didn't know anything about it. That was it. Like it ended there. Then had my third child and couldn't lose weight after, like struggled. And I kind of just accepted it. Like I was busy, like you. Like I struggled with 3 kids.
If you saw her, you wouldn't know she was feeling this way.
Yeah. Well, I'm good at hiding stuff. But I just struggled with like I couldn't, like you. I couldn't figure out how to eat healthy and get myself straight with 3 kids and with like how I didn't know.
Kind of almost how I feel now.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's always a struggle in general. Like with kids.
Yeah, something new.
Yeah, so that's how I got into Beachbody. That was seeing your story. I remember seeing like you won when you won. I was like, no way, I never win anything. That's so cool. Did you actually win and you get money?
I never did either. Like growing up, my brother and sister won like yogurt things.
Yeah.
Never. No, just that.
Yeah, that's how. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's so cool. But not only that, like your whole story and like the amount of weight you lost, and it was inspiring. I thought, she's doing it, and if she could do this, then why can't I? If another mom can do it, I can do it. So that's when I got into Beachbody again, and the thought of coaching was never there. Like it never ever crossed my mind. Mainly because I thought I can't even get myself together. Like why? I'm just working on me. Like why would I coach other people? So
she was totally like posting and sharing her story and encouraging other people.
Well, that's kind of what
I was saying.
Like I remember you asking like, "You thought about coaching? Are you sure you're coaching?" Like, no, I can never do it. And I mean, it took a year, I guess, of me. Probably you asking me and me working out. And then I fell in love with products. I already loved, everything about it. I was losing weight and I was getting in shape and I was sharing my story and I didn't realize like I'm sharing my story with other people. And it wasn't until I think I kind of I don't know, it just clicked. I realized like I'm already kind of coaching. Like that kind of is coaching. It's sharing your stories, working on yourself. And so I thought, okay, I saw your story and Jillian's and everybody else, I'm like, they can do that. Like, why can't I? And, I felt like as a mom and a homeschooling mom and, 3 kids, I felt like I needed something else for me. I was already working out. I had my own routine going, but I felt like I needed something for me, like somewhere I belonged, like they say, like find your tribe. And I have my mom tribe, but I felt like I needed I guess, it's been years since I've worked other than photography, a job with people.
Yeah.
And I'm with kids all the time. And I felt like I just need something. Like, even if I didn't make money, I was like, I don't even care. I just need something. So I went into the night that I decided, all right, I'm going to coach. I remember talking to Greg and I was like, not doing it for money. I'm doing it for me because it's accountability. I'm going to meet new people. And at the very least, I might pay for my shakes and my own journey and let's take care of that. And then it wasn't until I helped my first person. Like as soon as I got my first person signed up and helping them, and the excitement that they had on like their journey, I was like, it's kind of like, that's a good feeling. And I didn't do anything. I mean, I just said, hey, I'm doing these awesome products, like these amazing programs, lost my weight, amazing nutrition shake that is like a milkshake, literally, but healthy.
Like, and it's not bad having to drink it at all.
And I was like, you know, I love it. It's amazing. And then they're like, I want to do it with you. And I that's the thing, is I'm doing it with them.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not telling them like, hey, this is right and this is wrong. I'm saying, hey, this is what's working for me. It's amazing. Do you want to join me and do it with me? And I think that that's kind of but it took me, kids, it took me a good, year before I finally was like, okay, Allison, maybe you're right. And maybe you have a thing going and I need to join you too. So, 7 months ago. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long.
No, it feels like it's been like a second.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I was just counting it the other day. I was like, well, how many months has it been? I'm like, 7 months. Like, I can't believe it. It's already. And in that time, yes, we can. And in that time, it's so much more than I ever thought it was going to be. Like, it's really like we went from, hey, I'm not going to really work this business. Like, I'm just doing it for, the discount and, to have fun, because I'm just going to go ahead and say how awesome it is that Beachbody allows that. Like, that you can coach just for the discount. And
she changed your mind so
quickly,
like
instant,
like overnight, basically.
I helped my first person, and I was like, oh, that's so rewarding. It's amazing. And then I went from there. It's been my goal it's just helping people. Like, my goal is to help people realize, especially moms. Like, I obviously help anybody, but I can connect with moms so well. And I'm like, look, I know that feeling of like you're stuck and you want to meet people and you want to, find you again. And I feel like that's what coaching has done for me in just 7 months. Like, it has completely changed who I am. I think even my husband says the same thing. Like, he's always telling me, like, it's for me. And in the beginning, I think he was kind of like, oh yeah, what are you doing? Like, okay. And then, he supported me. But then once I got into it, and it was like, just the excitement of it every month, I'm like, this is me. Like, I love my kids. I love homeschooling, but this is like my thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's not just my fitness journey, it's helping others, which has been pretty amazing.
One thing I really like about it too, that she was saying, like, how perfect it is for moms. For me, it kind of, I find myself as a mom, it was really easy to get stuck in my own head and my own, I can't do this. I can't work out. There's no way I can work out. There's all these kids running around.
I think we all have that same feeling of like, it took me seeing you and seeing your like thing. I'm like, God, she did that and she's got kids. Like, what is wrong with me? I'm over here like, I can't. And it's easy to use that as an excuse. Like, the biggest excuse for me is my kids.
How old was I? Or Jossie was 4 years old when I started.
Yeah.
So I used
and
4 years of there's no way I can work out.
You know what? It's funny because I think Addie was about 4 years old when I first did that P90X. I didn't know of Beachbody at the time, so it was different. But that also helped me realize how important coaches are. Because like at the time, we loved the program was amazing. We had the best results. But because we didn't know, what Beachbody was, there was no coaches, there was nobody to keep us going and to keep us into it. And so we dropped it, we're like, oh, okay. Like, what next? Like, we had no idea. We literally thought Tony Horton was Beachbody. Like, we're like, oh, who's this Tony Horton guy? That's all we knew because it's the only program I had seen. And then come to find out, like, hello, we were missing out completely.
There's so much more.
And then you put me in that first challenge group. And I feel like that's when I realized, like, it's just a whole nother world, like, of accountability.
And for anyone who doesn't know what a challenge group is, it's like her little online support group of community. Actually, they used to be online. Now we have an app, which makes it even better.
A private app. So you're in a group with just your coach and people that your coach invites in.
If you used to do it on Facebook, but a lot of people don't have Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
So now we have this app that you do. You only have to go to the app, so you're not going to get distracted by everything else that's going on in the world. And you can log like your workouts and your shakes, and it's pretty fantastic.
That was one of my favorite things in the beginning, because in the beginning of this kind of journey, you're like hesitant, like you don't want to share. Not maybe some people aren't, but in the beginning, you're kind of like, all right, let's just like tiptoe into it. Let's see what this is. In the app, you just log your stuff. Like you log your workout. It's your own accountability. And then you have like, hello, like inspiration when you see someone like, hey, I just did, whatever workout. And I'm like, okay, she did a workout. I better get in there and do my workout.
And you guys, we had a mom of 7 logging her workouts every day in the group.
Insane.
So like, if that's not accountability,
I know it's so fun, and that's another like meeting people like right there. Like it's hard sometimes, I think, when you're on a journey and somebody else isn't on that journey with you. So being in the challenge group, you're with a whole group of people who are doing the same thing as you. Even if they're doing a different program, they're on that same journey, and we all have our own, we're all at different levels, and we all have, it's a no judgment, like there's not a single bit of any judgment. Like you feel so welcome in this because everybody is doing the same thing, you know, we're all on that same page. And then, I mean, as a coach, it's the ultimate accountability. I mean, if I have to show up for other people, then I have to show up. Like I can't not do my workout because I have to motivate and inspire these other people. So it's really, you know, that I realized that when I mean, like the moment I really became a coach and then had somebody like, yeah, I want to do the challenge group with you. I'm like, oh wait,
I have to lead your challenge.
Like, you want to do the challenge group with me? That means I have to show up. Like I can't just sit here and be like, hey, you need to do this and not do it myself. Like that's the ultimate form of accountability.
And for me, like through my last pregnancy, I managed to work out for up until 37 weeks.
Basically the entire time.
Then I swelled too much and had to stop. But
you listen to your body though. That is important.
But there's no way, like through morning sickness and through everything with pregnancy, that I would have kept going without coaching. But I had all these people in my challenge group that I knew I was responsible for.
Right. Yeah.
So there's like no way that I could leave them hanging.
And talk about inspiring. When somebody's in the group saying like, okay, I'm 30 weeks pregnant and did my work, I'm like, oh my gosh, here I am. Like my excuse is like, I'm so tired. So it really is like, okay, Allison's doing her workout. I'm gonna go do my workout. Like I need to do it. But that I think is like, I wish that I worked out during my pregnancy.
It definitely made it like,
I wish I did.
it made the pregnancy easier.
Yeah.
The 30 minutes of working out were not necessarily easy, but the pregnancy itself.
At the time it was hard, but later on, and then you're bouncing back, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely easier than before.
Yeah. Well,
although my push-ups are really bad right now.
It's like starting all over again almost, except for you're more, like, I feel like you got right back into it. Like, you know, after especially Wyatt, I had my third pregnancy was the hardest. It was just, there was nothing wrong. It was just, I was exhausted. And I mean, I think in general, third pregnancies are hard, right?
You're still
like
not sleeping from the other two children.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're still constantly, and so I feel like I could have used that even like mentally. Like I could have just used that like out, which I use it now for, like, that's my time, my workout time, you know, that's my, like, when I'm stressed out, like I can do a workout. I used to be like, I'm stressed out, give me the cookies, give me the food, like I just want to eat and pick out. And now, like, it's completely shifted my mind, my whole mindset.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
definitely where I get a lot of it out too, but also the group and all the people I'm working with kind of pull me in. Like, my coach is really good at kind of getting me back in the mindset I need to be in. Like, one of my favorite things about coaching actually is the environment of women, like the support.
I agree. So just the same environment that's in that challenge group, but then it's even closer. You've got these people that are working right alongside you, and you don't have to. I mean, like there's some coaches who are, you know, like part-time, like barely, you know, doing just a little bit of coaching here and there. And then there are full-time coaches, but when you see them, it's motivating, and you're like, and it's fun. It's a fun group of people. Like, I cannot believe, like, they say, like I said, find your tribe. Like, that is like my tribe. Like, when I'm around, like, in the groups, I'm like, these people are amazing, like, inspirational, even in life in general. I always tell Greg, like, these, like the meetings and stuff, or even team calls, I'm like, you can come listen, because it's not just like, hey, it's motivating for coaching. It is, but it's inspiring in general. Like, if you see some of these stories, and like, I'm looking at moms who are successful, and I'm like, okay, like, why can't I do that? Like, what? And I say that to myself all the time about anything, not just coaching, because I'm like, because it's easy for me to feel it. I mean, I think everybody to feel like you can't do something, because we're in a mindset, like, you know, of like, I think that's society in general, but that's us holding ourselves back. And so I always tell myself, like, why can't I? Like, if they can do it, we've got kids, and or like Jillian working a full-time job. Like, she's working a full-time job, and she's coaching, and she's doing amazing. I mean, come on, just have a baby, guys. I mean, it's so inspirational to see people like that and think, why am I sitting back saying, I can never do that? And I did. I said I could never coach. I mean, I remember the words out of my mouth to Greg. I was like, I can never coach. I can never coach. And he was like, why? Well, I was like, it's not like, how do you, I could never do that. Like, I'm busy. I have stuff going on with the kids, and it's something I've been able to work in hour a day to do a little bit of work. And that's me working as like wanting to do a full-time coaching job.
Yeah.
So 1 hour a day, homeschooling my kids, wake up early, and I get my workout in, and that's kind of what coaching is. Doing my workout and talking to people and sharing my story, right?
Yeah. And as a mom, for me, like, I do an hour a day too, but I don't have like an hour so much as I do
it's
like
more spread
4
out.
or 15 minutes.
Depends on my day.
Yeah.
If I can get up early and I can get things going, and then I can get it done and get it out. If not, then that's what's kind of cool about it.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's like no big deal. I'll figure it out later. Like
I just kind of do it where it takes for me in my life to make it work.
And I will say, like I have personal goals for myself in general, in life in general. Like I'm really like goal oriented. And so for coaching, I've done the same thing, and I've given myself goals. But I love that there's no pressure. Like, you know, there's no like requirement. Like you need to help this movie. You got to do this. You got like it just takes the pressure off of it. And now I'm doing it because I genuinely like want to help people, not because it's like, oh gosh, like I have to do this. Like, you know, it just it doesn't feel like a job. You know what I mean?
It's like a job with the only deadlines are what you want for
right.
you.
You set your own goals. You set your own like, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to just do it as a hobby or a discount, then you do it. No big deal. Which I think completely is what helped me get into it so much, because it took that pressure off of like, because you know my mindset was I can't.
Yeah,
I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change that mindset into I can, and why can't I? If other people can do it, why can't I? So
at the same time, this little side job kind of thing that fits into our lives easily because it's helped us do things like pay off the car. So 3 years early? Yeah, 3 years early.
Yeah, that was another inspirational moment for me. I was like, she paid off her car early? Like what? Like, that was my, like, why can't I? Why wouldn't I do this too? I mean, I'm doing it for accountability. I'm doing it for discount, but why not? If I have potential to make money, extra money, like, hello. Like, why wouldn't I do that? So it kind of started as, like, discount and quickly went into, like, hey, I need a little bit of money. Then I started paying bills like Greg. I mean, Greg pays bills. He's always done great with it. But then it felt really good to be like, I'm paying electric bill and water bill. And I'm like, oh my gosh, every week that a paycheck goes in, I'm like, hello. Like, that's not even something I started this for. So I think that's why it's been even more exciting, you know, especially as a stay-at-home mom. You know, when I mean, I did photography part-time, but that was more hobby / you know, I did it when I could. But having consistency like that it was a good change. It felt good.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting it. So that's why I was like, oh, that's an added bonus. Of course. I guess that would be for anybody. Yeah. Getting an extra money.
So what would you say to like a person who wanted to get started? What would you do?
Well, I would say that, well, first of all, as far as getting started in general, as with coaching or just in a challenge group, is right now they have, which is what I got, the All Access Challenge Pack. Which is, I think, kind of what got me like, let's go all in. Like, let me go ahead and get this going. Because if you sign up with the challenge pack as a coach, there's no sign-up fee, no coach sign-up fee. So, I mean, hello. Like, that was another, like, okay, well, it's not going to cost me extra. So I might as well just go for it. And the Beachbody On Demand that you get, I mean, that's like your work tools, like, right? Like you know, what you need.
And they didn't have this the first 2 years as a coach. So to me, this is like,
it's still amazing to me. It's what I use. It's what I did to get started as a coach. So you get unlimited streaming. It's hundreds of workouts on Beachbody On Demand, which, you know, I always say is Netflix of fitness, kind of. The same idea. It works like that. And which completely blew my mind at first when I realized how many programs there are.
There's like, well, there are over 800 workouts a few months ago, and they've made more.
And then they're coming out with more. So it's amazing. And everything from yoga to weights and dancing and Pilates and cardio. And I mean, literally there's
they have like
everything.
Prenatal thing. I actually recommended they do that while I was pregnant. They did it now, so I'm going to take credit.
And I'm like, I was just telling someone the other day, I was like, why haven't I used it? And I don't plan on using that, but I think it's so cool that they have it. Like, I wish that I had that when I was pregnant with Wyatt. It would have helped me a lot.
And I'm not doing it again anytime soon.
But I would be happy to show other people. But all those workouts, so which is, you know, accessible anywhere with an internet access. And I use a Roku now. I don't know if I told you that. I was using a laptop and then I got a Roku, and oh my gosh, like, it's amazing. Like, click it on, there's an app, and like my workout. I mean, like, so easy. Plus it gives you really fun, inspiring little notes when you turn it on, and it just all kind of like, look out for donuts and like things like that. I'm like, yeah. So a year of that. unlimited streaming. Then you get the meal plan, which is the portion fix, which I love. You love that. You follow
Yeah,
that too.
that's what I've been doing for 2.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be hands down the easiest meal plan I've ever followed. And I've tried
the
it.
cutest meal plan ever.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
cute
Yeah,
little
like you get
containers.
little containers, 7 containers. It's like what, protein and healthy fats and carbs. And so it basically is balancing out your nutrition, right? When you say in portion,
Yeah.
in controlling your portion
And
sizes.
taking the calculator out of it.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
no counting calories. Like, that's why I say it's the easiest meal plan
Exactly.
ever, because you don't have, it takes all the work out of it for you, basically. So the meal plan, the workouts, and then the first bag, the first month of Shakeology, which, hello, I mean, that is a deal in itself.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to get all of that for right now, it's $160, which even regularly at $199, that's still a really
It's
good
still,
deal,
yeah.
because you're getting the whole entire bag of Shakeology and the year of the workouts and the meal plan.
And the meal plan.
So you get all of that. Right now it's $160, but it'll go back up at the end of the year, we think.
Maybe, yeah.
Not
We
sure.
don't know.
But right now we know that it's
You had the month of October.
Yes,
I
yes.
saw that this morning.
Yes, that's all we know right now. But signing up with the challenge pack like that, then you don't have to pay the coach sign up fee. So why not?
Yeah.
Why not? At the very least, you get a discount.
Plus, with all that, you get the challenge groups we were talking about earlier.
The accountability, the motivation that comes with that.
Us.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, that's the main reason. Sign up for us. And you know, like there's no pressure in it. You know, I mean, I have coaches who are just using it for discount, and then
Yeah.
you know, I have a discount coach who signed up for Fred. I mean, she's a discount coach, so she doesn't want to work.
That's funny.
But she signed up for Friend because she's like, well, hey, if I can pay for
Yeah.
my shakes, I'll get a few people in. And so she got a few of her friends in and signed up under them. And so she's paying for her shakes. And then, but she's still a discount coach. She's still, I'm like, you know, you'd be a really good coach. Like, that's what you're doing is coaching.
I
But
hope you're listening.
yes, and you know who you are. But so I feel like with that deal, I mean, of course, you don't have to do that deal. There are other options.
Yeah.
But with that deal, go. Like, that's everything you need right there. I can't tell you how much money I wasted on gyms, like, because I didn't go. That was my own fault.
Yes.
But I'm not saying they're awful. They work for some people. But for me, like, I would go. First month, I was that person, like, January, you know, the one that everybody makes
Yes.
fun of, where they're like, okay,
The annoying one that's
Yeah.
suddenly taking up
that's
the
me.
treadmill.
That's me. I'm like over there. Yeah, I'm gonna do great. And then like I start slowing down, and then I can't find the time, and then my excuses come in, and then it's like childcare, and then to pay for childcare at the gym. I'm like, I just can't. I can't. And so now it's like I have everything I need from 7 months ago when I signed up as a coach, and I have not had to, you know, other than my monthly
Plus now,
Shakeology.
like, your kids are seeing you work out,
Yeah,
which
they
is
love it. My kids
awesome.
do my workouts with me, which, you know, some days I'm like, no. And other days it's great and awesome. But I actually like that they see that. Like, I love that,
Yeah, I feel
the message it sends them.
I feel really proud when my 2-year-old says that person's working out like mommy.
Yes.
I'm like, oh,
Yes,
that's so
I
sweet.
know. And my kids will, like, just eating and all. And, I mean, like, I let them have treats. I'm not, like, you know, crazy mom. But I love it when they can say things like, as my daughter watches, I love it when they say things like, you know, this is really bad for us. Like, when they, and I'm like, hey, at least they know that. Like, at least they're, you know, like, they see things that I don't even realize that they're watching me. Like, I am over here doing this meal plan for myself, not my kids. And they pick up on it, you know,
Yeah.
which I think that message that it sends, isn't that kind of the point in ending the trend? You know,
Exactly.
to teach it to our kids
Yeah.
and like
For the
generations
next
after that. Yeah. So I think I would say coaching, whether it's for a discount or part-time, or if somebody wanted to go in full-time, I feel like with that deal, like, now is the time. And
Yes.
the launch to the UK.
Yeah, that's
Which
so exciting.
Beachbody is launching to the UK in like two weeks or something.
Yes.
Today's October 1st. It's like 19
that's
days.
blowing my mind. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's still July.
Yeah, I know. So that is, I mean, there's never been a better time.
Yeah,
as far as I
definitely.
know.
There's a whole country waiting for us to take
Yeah,
over.
and they can't wait. It's, you know, from what I
Yeah.
hear, everyone is so excited about you know, challenge groups being available over there, and I mean, it's growing. So whether it's, you know, you want to make a little extra money, or you just want to help people, or you want to work on yourself, that's what's
Or
so
just
great.
that added accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the accountability of just even not working it, but you need that accountability and a discount, which
Yeah.
who doesn't love a discount?
Yeah,
Like,
you do get a 25% discount on everything. Like,
Yes.
your Shakeology is cheaper forever, no matter.
yeah.
What
I mean,
you ever
like,
do with it.
you would save money regardless, even, and you're not stuck. Like, if you decide it's not for you, you can't, which was another, like, you know, sometimes when another, like, I'm signing up for a gym and it's like, oh, it's a 2-year contract. And Greg and I are always like, 2 years? Like, I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 years. Like, what if something happens and I can't do it? And I hate that. So I just like to know, when I sign up for stuff, I love knowing, like, I'm not stuck. Like,
I'm the kind of person that reads, like,
the fine
fine print multiple times.
Yeah. What's the scam? Where's the trick?
Yeah, are you holding, like,
what is it? What are you doing?
Is my life, like, set, but no, Beachbody's safe.
There's nothing. And you're really, like, your purchase in joining as a coach, your purchase is your workouts and your shakes.
Yes.
Like, it's your own stuff. So you're not having to buy, like, product to, like, sell it. Like, there's no, like, no overhead. There's nothing.
Yeah. Not to sound cliche, but
no, I mean,
like, you're
fine.
investing in yourself.
Right. Which is what it is. Yeah. Coaching is, you're investing in yourself, and then you're sharing your story.
Exactly.
So it is working on you. Because I know a lot of people, that was my excuse. I'm working on me. I can never be a coach. And that was my excuse. Like, I'm busy. I need to lose weight. I need to work on me and get me on track. So I'm a hot mess. Like, I can never help other people. And then I realized, like, like, when people started, like, random messages, like, you're inspiring me, and I'm trying to get out more and walk more and work out more. And I'm like, if that's all I heard, then that's, like, to me, that's great. Like, that's great as coaching. Like, even if that was all, if I didn't have anybody in my challenge group, like, at least I know that people are watching this.
All I ever did was make a difference.
Yes, and that's kind of what it turned into, like, it started with, like, make a difference in myself. And then I was like, hey, it's actually pretty cool to be able to help other people. So that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
I think that's all.
Yeah, I think we covered our part.
Yes. So let us know your questions.
Yes. If you have questions, let us know. We're happy to answer. I guess this didn't go live like we planned.
So I guess thank you for watching it.
Yes. We'll share the link with everybody. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.